Page 35, Mopstick Rag, another ragtime piece. So you can expect interesting rhythms in a ragtime piece. In this lesson, they're introducing you to another symbol called a natural sign. You've had sharp signs and flat signs, and now we get natural signs. These are all called accidentals because they're temporary. They're not accidents, they're temporary. These are the three most common accidental signs used. You'll see these most all the time. The others, you'll seldom see. I wouldn't worry about them, at least for now. Just know sharps, flats, and naturals. The rules for all of them are the same. They apply from that point on in the measure for the rest of the measure for that staff. A natural sign simply takes the sharp or flat away, and you play a white key. That's all it means. You see in their exercise up there in the first line you have a D and an F sharp, and then another D and then an F natural. Well, then they want an F natural. They need the natural because that sharp would be for the rest of the measure, and so it would be an F sharp. So the natural takes that away. Now in the third measure you see a natural sign in parentheses. When it's in parentheses like that, it's called a courtesy sign. Actually, it doesn't even have to be in parentheses. The fact that it is not needed, it's not required, means they're just being helpful to you and being clear. Be sure and play a natural here. Or sometimes it's a sharp or flat. Any of them can be in parentheses. They're just being clear. Play a natural. It would be a natural anyway because the sharp in the second measure is only good for that measure. So this is an F natural anyway. But if you're into writing music or whatever, and there might be a chance that the reader might misinterpret, or maybe they'll think you made a mistake, be clear, put it in. And if you want, you can put it in parentheses. You don't have to. You could just put in the natural sign. Either way. So let's talk about this rag and see what we get. We got all kinds of things going on here. Music's starting to look a bit ugly. And that's where we just kind of got to dive in carefully and take things a bit at a time and see. Sometimes it works out nicely. Other times it turns out to be ugly. But this is why I do this system that I use. One step at a time. I just add one thing at a time, so I got time to figure things out. So I look it over, I see it's about 4 lines long. The clef signs are still treble and bass clef, and you think, why do you keep looking at clef signs? Well, because they won't always be treble and bass clef, so get into the habit of just checking them. Only takes a moment. And the time signature is back to common time, or 4/4 time, same difference. I would take it one hand at a time and make sure I understand what each hand is doing. The right hand, third finger on an F sharp, so I'm going to start with third finger on F actually, because the hand position will be the white keys for now. We'll change that later. And I'm going to use the same finger on the black key as I have on the white key, so it would be third finger. 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember that sharp's good for the rest of the measure now. Both of those F's are sharped. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So this is the same rhythm we had before. 1, 2, rest, rest. Now, second line, third measure. It's here. G sharp now, up here, G. Here, so it's 1, 2, 3, 2. And the third line, 1 and 2 and. Uh-oh, what happened in the third line here? Last 2 measures. Well, they put the natural sign. They don't need a natural sign. It's a natural anyway. It's a courtesy sign. It's okay. But the problem is we're off. Our fingering is off. We can't use, I don't want to use third finger again. So I'm forced to use fourth finger here, and that's why it's 4. Sometimes when we're using the black keys, the fingering has to adjust a little, and that's what it's more. It's okay, really, it's okay. 2, and then we come back. That's a natural. You don't need the natural sign, but it's clear. 2. Then the left hand, let's see what it's doing. Here, here. You don't need any other finger numbers. Go away. Read the note names here. Or read the notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. a D and a G together. 2, 3, 4, and then a D and an A together. And the second line is similar to that, except we got accidentals. Now, G sharp, second finger, F sharp, and then here, and then it's in G natural. And again, they don't need the natural sign. It's a natural anyway, but it doesn't hurt. Okay, at the end, the last two measures, it's here. And then you have a D and an F sharp together. So once I have an idea what each hand is doing, I'm going to attempt to put them together. I may hesitate all over, I don't care. I just want to know how they're working together. So we're here, and then here. See the difference here, even though the rhythm is similar to what we had on page 34, we get half notes in the left hand now. We're not lifting up. We're connecting both hands here. These are together, and then these. Get that idea? Anyway, you go put the hands together. I already did. And then go back over slowly and carefully and get rid of the hesitations. Go as slow as you got to, but no hesitations anywhere. Work on those spots. And it would be good here, helpful, it really would, take my word for it, if you could get to the point where you can play this without looking at the keyboard eventually, where you can feel where these black keys are. You don't have to look to see where they are. You need to feel where this keyboard is, how things are laid out. Then once I can do all that, I think about the articulation. We have phrasing in the right hand, but you have rests. So the phrasing is built in for you anyway. You, at the end, the last two measures, there's accents. You just play those notes a little louder. Then the dynamics. Well, MP, mezzo piano, that's the right hand, it's the melody. Sort of soft. The left hand needs to be very soft. And the second line, third measure, you have the arrow to go up to moderately loud. Don't get moderately loud till there. There. So you just take it very slowly, a beat or maybe 2 beats at a time. You just gradually go up. So the last 3 measures of the second line, you're moderately soft. Now I'm still moderately soft here, and I go up here. Now I'm moderately loud in the right hand. Now third line, now I'm loud. The left hand's in the background. Here, again, I used weight to push the notes down. I'm just rolling weight or transferring weight from finger to finger here. Here, I'm just, it's just I'm using a lot of weight. It's loud. Because these are the awkward fingers. And you think, I don't want to use them. Please use them. Because they'll get better and better as time goes on. You just put a lot of weight on them. In the left hand, keep it light. The last line, the last 2 measures, you go up to very loud. I don't know about that. We have a problem, in my opinion, in piano. The accents take it up a notch from where you're at. So if it's very loud, with an accent makes it super loud. It's like 3 Fs. It's like, ah. I don't think we need to be that loud. I really don't. In my opinion, that should have stayed F at the end. And with the accents, that would take it up to FF. So just play these at the end very loud. There. However, they may have put in the accents because of the interpretation. So I'll get to that when I talk about interpretation. Speed, they don't give you any. Well, it's up to you. Go slow if you want. Slow to me. Take it faster if you can play it accurately. Be accurate though, don't go beyond that. Remember the natural accents? 1, 2, 3. The left hand's playing. On the right hand you got the syncopated notes. You want to bring out the syncopation, then put a little accent on the half note. exaggerating them so you can hear them better, but you will feel these as you're going through them. Since we're talking about interpretation, let's go down to the bottom where these accents are at the bottom, last two measures. One of the ways of interpreting notes that are accented, when you have note after note accented, is separate them slightly, and it helps to kind of bring out the accent. So I wouldn't play, I mean, the repeated notes you have to, it's repeated, but the others, I would not connect them. So don't play them short. No, just separate them. And because of interpreting them that way, that may be why they put the accents in, so to tell you to do that. Otherwise, you really don't need accents there. You just play them loud, or very loud. No. Please don't copy me. You get into the music and you feel it. You don't have to take it that fast. You can have fun with, just get in and try and feel this music. Now once you can play it accurately with no hesitations, slowly at least, come back to the video and let's play it together very slowly and check the notes and the rhythms. I'm not going to do the louds and softs. I'll do the accents at the end, but we're just checking notes and rhythms. We're not performing it, so I'll give us 4 counts. 1, 2, ready, go. One, 2, 3, 4. Rest. 2, 3, 4.